Hey, Bub.
Hey.
All right, we're headed to Pennville, Indiana to pick up two 275-gallon IBC totes that are food grade in hopes that that's going to be our water system for Kentucky. And the idea is that we're going to do one of two things. We'll either have a small, like 12-volt RV water pump to pump out of one tank into the camper, or we will build like a small water tower and just go gravity fed, which I do like the idea of that. Obviously it's a little bit more work though. And the purpose of having two tanks is so that one could stay there permanently and then one we could use to tote back and forth to fill it up with water. But I got Bub for the muscles to go help us get the tanks, and then in the back we're pulling the trailer wherever it's at. So yeah, wherever it's, I hope it's attached to the back of the truck. One of them had molasses in it, and the other one had glycerin. They're both food grade, and they're both only one-time use, so they should be just fine. I don't really know what is best to clean either one of those two. I'm going to try dish soap and water. There's probably better options out there, but I don't think either one of them would be too bad to do. To fill up the IBC tote for the first time. Can't see it in the back because we have the tonneau cover up, but this thing is it's like a coin operated water supply, so we don't know how many quarters or how many gallons or any of that ratio, and really don't know how it works. So once we get there, we'll video again while we're trying to figure this thing out. But the hope is that we can fill up this IBC tote about halfway full, because we do have it in the back of a truck that's only a half ton, and we have a bunch of mud on the drive to try to get through. Worst case scenario, we get stuck right in the middle of our driveway and can't get out.
That would not be good.
That would not be good. What are you eating over there?
Okay, so we are here at the Sandy Hook Water District. We are going to fill up our IBC tote. This is our one that we will travel back and forth with to hook up to get the water, and then we will have a stationary one back at the house that we will fill from this one once we get back. And you hook it up there, and then this will feed straight into our camper. And it's coin operated, and we brought a Ziploc baggie full of quarters.
I could see that we need a bigger pipe already. This is probably going to be
A hot mess.
I'm probably you're gonna put that in there and there's no shut off, and I'm gonna have to run. I wish we had a funnel.
Okay, so here goes. The pipe doesn't quite fit. Jeff is probably gonna get a cold shower.
Man, if that was I was trying to be a tight wad. I didn't want to get 3-inch PVC, but I wish I would have now, of course. Let's see what happens. You can try it, but if I say something, you gotta hit that shut off, but not unless I say it. Take that. Don't put more in it. We don't know how much this will put in.
Well, I put 75 in.
Huh?
75 cents.
You gotta stop it.
Well, there goes that deer blood that's been in there for a year.
Just had to guess at it. But now I know. You started it before I said anything. Don't stop it yet. It's fine.
How'd it go?
Well, I'll tell you, if you ever want to get water out of here, it's a 3-inch pipe, not a 2-inch pipe. That sucks.
It's like 45 degrees out and he is soaked.
Had I been here before, it would be all right. I'd be like, oh yeah, I need to put a 3-inch. Well, we were here, we drove by. But not knowing the size of pipe I needed to make it fit over that, I wish I had a funnel. But anyways, that was stupid. We made it back with the tote full of water. If you guys, I'm sure we included it in the video, but we didn't have the right size pipe for that and absolutely got soaked. That was no fun. It's muddy out now. It's been raining most of the day. Wasn't supposed to. We thought it was going to be, what was this originally supposed to be, like 55 and sunny or something? And then the next couple of days are still supposed to be like 70 or 75 even, which is going to be awesome. So the goal is we've got water here now. We have 2 IBC totes. Let me flip this around. So we have an IBC tote there, and we have an IBC tote there. They've both been cleaned out. They're both food grade. As you saw before, or I don't know the order of these videos, but these solar panels we'll build a frame for. I'm hoping to get them up on this hillside a little bit. But for now, the goal is to walk this IBC tote, it's empty, up to the top of the hill. Eventually what I would like to do, but I don't think we have enough hose for this weekend, but I'd like to get it up there at the very top of the hill. And then we will pipe it from there to the camper in hopes that there'll be enough gravity pressure to feed the camper without having to run the pump inside the camper. But I think you get, I can look this up later and I'll try to include it in the video, but it's, I think it's like 0.48 pounds of pressure per foot of elevation from where you're trying to get the water to. So I'm guessing that's going to be like, I don't know, 15, 20 feet up, which should be around 10 pounds of pressure. So I don't know if that's going to be enough or not, but I don't want to have to run, we don't want to have to run the pump inside the camper because it, you know, it runs battery power and it's just the sound of the pump. So I'm hoping that we can use gravity to our advantage. And if we have to, once we get it up there, we could even build a little water tower to get some more pressure. But what we need to do is we've got to walk that tote up as high as I think that we can go with the amount of hose that we have for this weekend. And then we have a pump to take water from that tank, pump it up to that tank, and then let gravity do the trick all the way down here into the camper. So, is it going to work? All right, the confidence. but we got to keep on just the edge. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep on the edge and wrap it. You have to, that's why I say it's a process, not something we're just, and if I'm going to do it, it's like I want to get it done all the way.
Oh, you can bring my water from my water bucket.
Yep. Okay, well, we got water now. I mean, it's probably going to take a little bit, but it's at least pumping. And then we'll see what kind of pressure we get going to the camper. But we're up here a ways. We're probably, as far as elevation anyways, we're probably 15 feet. I don't know. I'm guessing that's around 7 pounds of pressure. So we'll see if we get that or not, and if that's enough. I don't even know if that's enough to like have a decent shower or flush a toilet or whatever. So we'll see.
I'm just holding this hose down in there.
That it?
That's it.
Okay, it's, what is today, Monday? Sunday. Sunday morning about 10:30 or 11, and it is super warm. I'm in a t-shirt, been sweating already this morning. We got the water, I probably showed it in the video already, but we've got the water up on the hill. We went and bought an $80 3/4-inch hose, hoping that the gravity feed down through here all the way to the camper was going to be enough pressure to run a good shower, flush the toilet, that kind of thing. It wasn't. It seemed like a decent amount of pressure coming out of the hose, but it wasn't enough. I mean, it's just like a trickle for the shower. So we do need to use the pump. We're trying to avoid, trying to save some battery power and not have to use that 12-volt pump. But so now the hose, I guess we've got a nice hose. We don't really need that because there's no point in having the tank up that high up on the hill when we're not relying on gravity pressure. So all we need is the tank just to be above the inlet of the camper. And that's as high as we need it to be. So no point in making any more work for ourselves. Good news, we do have the power going completely. So there's the solar panels. Just have to build a rack for them still. Plan to do that next weekend. But right now the sun is charging them like nicely. we've got an overflow into the camper, so the energy we're using now is less than what the sun is providing. So we've got a bulk, I guess. And then the Pilgrim Carrie is over there hanging clothes on the line. Evidently, I didn't make her clothesline long enough because she's looking for more space. You could take the extra that's laying there and just stretch it out to the next tree. See if she knows how to tie a knot. So we still got a mud pit, but that's all right. Gorgeous blue skies today, 70 some degrees, 76 tomorrow, believe it or not, the beginning of March. And should be nice to dry some stuff out, but we're gonna hopefully cut some trails here in a little bit. That seems to be the theme for the first 2 months of owning this property, is we've been just cutting trails like crazy. With it being so hilly, we've got to have a way of accessing like all of the property, especially when we get towards deer season. You know, if we happen to get a deer and it goes to a remoter part of the property, then we want to be able to get to it. So thankfully, this was an old coal mine, and there are benches and like trails all over. They just are grown up because that's been whatever 30 or 40 years ago. So we just have to do some maintenance and cut down some little trees and some brush and stuff like that. But the pond is coming along gorgeously. We're about, the spillway would be right there. So we're, I don't know, 5 foot shy, 4.5 foot shy of the pond being full already, which is unbelievable, man. It's only been like a month, but they've had a ton of rain. Bryant still has to pull the bank back. Right, it's hard to do like backwards in the camera. Pull the bank back through here and get that kind of tidied up. But other than that, man, we are rocking right along for, we got the property, what, December 15th or 16th? So December 15th, January, February. We've had it about 2.5 months and done a crazy amount of stuff so far. I love it. Thank the Lord for the blessing. Just super grateful. It's a good season. Quit. Old Farmer Carrie here's transplanting a couple of pine trees.
I said I want to be a flower.
Tree farmer?
Tree farmer. We'll see what it does.
I don't feel like it could be more perfect out today.
Oh, I know. It's gorgeous.
A little bit of a breeze. It's
Got my hair washed.
It's gorgeous and sunny and 70. It's supposed to be 71 today. About the same tomorrow, but 76. So, man, it's as good as you could hope for. Is it gonna make it?
I hope so.
it's like slanted that way. So when you go here, we don't like the sideways tilt. I don't mind uphill and downhill, but not a big fan of sideways. So here's what we're thinking. We're gonna try to move this rock. I know it sounds ambitious. Move this rock to right there so that we can drive over the rock there, because it would help us there, but I think it kind of hurts us here trying to go back uphill. And then old Punk down there's a little wore out.
Taking a break.
Taking a break. All right, so I'm gonna get the side-by-side down this hill, down here. And then I don't want to winch it from there because obviously I don't want the rock to roll down on me. But I'm gonna try to winch it over there and hopefully gravity will let it go that way. But I've got to be able to figure out how to get that tow strap wrapped around it enough to get a grip on it. That's the plan. All right, I ain't saying she's messing with me. I'm just saying. She was sitting in the driver's seat of the side-by-side and said that it wouldn't start. Thought the battery was dead, so I walked. It's a long way, downhill and uphill. But I walked to go get a screwdriver to come back to disconnect the battery, all the way back to put the battery on a charger. Sat there waiting on it to charge. As soon as I put it on the charger, it said it was 97%. I let it sit there for a little while, checked it, and it was at like 13.8 volts or something like that. So I knew it was plenty good. Came back and it fired right up. So I don't really know what she was, if she was just plotting against me so she could go off and do her own thing or what. Guess we'll never know. So this is Lucille's Lookout. It's just a big rock. I don't know, it's probably 10 foot up or so right there. And you just kind of like see down in you're up on a ridge right here, but you can kind of see back in there, and then it drops off pretty steep. But old Punk here has claimed this as her spot. She's cleaning it out right now, raking some leaves off. But we don't have a driving path to it, so I don't know if you can see the side-by-side up there, but you drive up to there, and then we'll have a sign that says Lucille's Lookout this way, and you walk about 40 yards or so, and you make it to here. Well, she's done a pretty good job of getting this clean. I said you've done a pretty good job of getting this cleaned up with the rake. We got to come back with a chainsaw and the brush cutter just to get rid of some of these little things.